At a top focus on Prime 5, the 10/11 Delhi blast probe is now focused on Amir Ali, a key aide of the alleged suicide bomber Dr. Umar. Now, Amir Rashid Ali has been sent to 10 days NIA custody. It was under his name, under Amir's name, that the I-20 used in the attack was registered. Now, Amir's remand copy has now been accessed by NDTV. It reveals that he was involved in terror-related activities. The remand copy says Amir provided logistical and procurement support to Dr. Umar. It is also alleged that Amir assisted Umar to rather help him make IED and explosives used in this blast. NIA, meanwhile, is probing the angle of multiple cars being procured by the Jaish terror module to target Delhi on November 10th. Sources suggest that the car bomb method was used to bypass layers of security near the Red Fort. The cops are also on the hunt for 3 more Al-Falah doctors linked to dreaded nexus. Investigators have used footage from 40 cameras in a bid to stitch together the entire route of the accused. We are talking about Dr. Umar Nabi, the one who blew up Hyundai I-20 on November 10th at the Red Fort. Through this footage, the police have learned that the Hyundai I-20, the car used in the blast, passed through several VVIP areas in the national capital before and on the day of the blast.
आमिर किसके कहने पे आपने ये अटैक किया है? आमिर किसके कहने पे ये अटैक किया आपने? आमिर किसके कहने पे ये अटैक किया आपने? आमिर किसके कहने पे अटैक किया है? आमिर
All right, for more on this, my colleagues have fanned out across Delhi to get you the latest in the 10/11 terror blast. We have Tanushka and Akhil joining me live. Coming to you first, Akhil, NDTV has rather questioned Amir at the court, and we have also accessed the remand copy of the Delhi terror blast. Get us the latest on that.
Well, Resha, if you see in a major breakthrough in this case, what we have seen that NIA has arrested Amir last evening, and after that he was produced before the court, and in which what we have seen that today the court has given 10 days of remand, and right now the information that we are receiving from our sources in the NIA and other agencies as well, that if you see in this very case what we have seen that the car which was used by Umar Nabi was basically originally registered in the name of Amir. So right now Amir is being questioned by the NIA team, and NIA team has further in this investigation has been basically corroborating the details in which what we have got to know that he was the main person who basically aided Umar Nabi in procuring explosive materials from different locations. And apart from that, if you see, Amir has also got the idea about the safe house which was basically built by the main suspect in this case, suicide bomber Dr. Umar. So right now on different angles NIA has been probing this case, and earlier what we have seen that in this very case, if you see initially sister agencies, state agencies which include Jammu and Kashmir Police, apart from that Faridabad Police Crime Branch team, the Delhi Police team, and 2 units of the Delhi Special Cell team as well were also working in this direction, in which what we have seen, Raisha, if you see that 73 suspects have been questioned so far in connection with the investigation. So right now the details which they have got during the interrogation of other suspects is being examined and corroborating by the other key accused in this case, because if you see apart from Dr. Umar, there are 3 key suspects in this case. One is Dr. Muzammil, second one is Dr. Shaheen, and third one is Amir Ali. So right now they are being questioned, and the NIA team is basically corroborating all those details to get to the finer details that what was the specific roles of these 3 individuals in the entire Delhi terror blast case plot.
Right, Akhil. My colleague Tanushka is also joining me live. Tanushka, apart from the 3 terror doctors under the scanner, Amir is also been sent to the NIA custody. Talk to us more about where the investigation is headed to and how the cops are also on the hunt for 3 more Al-Falah doctors.
Precisely, yes. As per the investigation, as per sources, we do understand that this was under the plans, under the wraps from October 2nd itself. The blueprint of the blast was being formulated from October 2nd to October 28th. And one of the key suspects, Dr. Shaheen, was also leading the women's wing of the Jaish-e-Terror module, has, conversations from her phone have surfaced at this point, and these conversations contain some very key terminologies that investigative agencies are referring to as indicative of their plans. So Dr. Shaheen was being referred to as Madam Surgeon in these conversations, and from her phone, two contacts of her two female associates have come about saved as Madam X and Madam Z. Now her conversations are frequent with the the display photos of the two are not there, so no identification is therein. And we also understand that the Madam X, in one such conversation wrote to Dr. Shaheen saying that there should be no, lessening or less of quantity in terms of medicine. Now, medicine being the operative word here for explosives is what we've been given to understand by the investigative agencies. And another word that recurrently comes about in these conversations is that of operation. Now, operation here is indicative of the terror blast that took about, and another message from Madam Z to Dr. Shaheen contains that of please pay attention more to Operation Hamdard. Now, Operation Hamdard is that of the recruitment of female terrorists more into the organization. Remember, this is what Dr. Shaheen was in charge of out of here as well, to bring about this sort of a module of more female doctors out of Delhi NCR as well. This is what we know so far, that they were also using SIM cards from Nepal that they had procured. Back to you.
Right, Tanushka. Of course, Dr. Shaheen has emerged as the prime suspect, the prime face of this terror blast. But thanks, Akhil and Tanushka, for getting us the latest at this point of time. All right, like my colleague Tanushka told us about Dr. Shaheen and the code words being used there, more stunning revelations in the 10/11 Delhi terror attack case, and NDTV has now exclusively scooped details of the Jaish terror module that is part of the conspiracy. The doctors of terror had been plotting the attack in the capital for weeks, and at the center of this plot was Dr. Shaheen. Let's now tell you about Shaheen's sinister world in our next report.
A hidden code language and a terror network led by Madam Surgeon. Dr. Shaheen, the alleged handler in the Delhi blast case, was repeatedly referred to as Madam Surgeon by members of her network. Investigators have unearthed sensational details about the Doctors of Terror, the Jaish module. WhatsApp chats retrieved from her phone show a pattern of frequent calls and messages from two unknown numbers. Both identities are currently under investigation. Neither numbers carried a profile photo and was saved under the aliases Madam X and Madam Z. According to investigators, the messages appear to be written in a coded language. The word medicine surfaces multiple times, and agencies believe it may be a code word for explosives. One message from Madam X reads, "Medicine should not be lacking for the operation." Agencies say the word operation was likely used to refer to a planned terror attack. Another message sent by Madam Z instructed, "Madam Surgeon, please pay more attention to Operation Hamdard." Sources say Operation Hamdard was the internal codename for a recruitment drive, a push to enlist female operatives into the terror network. With each layer of coded communication now being decoded, agencies believe they are closing in on the deeper network behind the Delhi blast conspiracy. NDTV Bureau Report.